If you want to know how to get the Stranger Things DLC, well, stick around because I'm going to tell you how to get it in this video. In this video, I will mainly be going over how to get the Stranger Things chapter for the PS4 and PS5 versions of Dead by Daylight, because that's the platform I recently just got the chapter on. But I will still briefly go over the other platforms and how to get the Stranger Things chapter. But this tutorial is mainly for my console gamers. I will leave timestamps for everything I talk about in this video, and I will also leave links in the description to help you get more answers on how to get this chapter. Now, first thing we're going to talk about in this video is, if I'm on Nintendo Switch, can I get the Stranger Things chapter? To the best of my knowledge, there is no possible way of getting the Stranger Things chapter on Nintendo Switch. So, if you play on Nintendo Switch, you are sadly out of luck. I mean, which is like, who the hell does that anyway? Now let's move on to PC. How do I get the Stranger Things chapter if I'm on PC? Now, if you play Dead by Daylight on PC and you want to get the Stranger Things chapter, you are very lucky. It is about the easiest platform to get the Stranger Things chapter on, and there is an abundance of ways to get it. The Stranger Things chapter is not that hard to get on PC at all. Personally, I just think it's how much are you willing to pay for it. $40 for a fucking expansion pack? That's not even enough for a full tank of gas anymore in this economy. But if you are a fiend for Dead by Daylight and Stranger Things and are willing and able to pay for it, go right ahead. Also, I think most of these codes, if not all of them, are only able to be redeemed through Steam. So, if you play on Epic Games or Stadia, I will be leaving a link in the description that goes into detail on how to redeem those so you can play on those launchers instead of Steam. You will have to link cross progression and some other things. Like I said, I will be leaving a link in the description if you just want to stay on Epic Games launcher. Huge shout out to Mint Skull for making that video. Now we move on to console. How to get the Stranger Things chapter if you play on the gaming console. First off, if you play Dead by Daylight on console and you want this chapter, your console needs a disk drive. So if you got the digital version of the PS5 or you just have an Xbox Series S, you are sadly out of luck. You cannot get this DLC unless you get a code from somewhere, which is almost near impossible. Now that we got that out the way, how do you actually get the chapter? Well, one, like I said, you get it from a code from somewhere, maybe a friend or, I don't know, some website somehow. Literally, I found nothing when I was looking for it. Or two, you get the Dead by Daylight Nightmare Edition, which is a physical copy of the game that comes with the DLC pre-installed. That picture that was just shown on the screen was my copy of the Nightmare Edition. No gaming stores will sell this anymore. You can easily find them online. I got mine through Amazon. Now, like I said, once you download the game and boot it up, the DLCs will automatically be there. But this will come at the price of only being able to play Dead by Daylight on the PS4 version if you're on the PS5. Once you boot up the PS5 version of Dead by Daylight, the DLCs will not be there because you technically never bought them. If you're on PS5 and want to play the Stranger Things chapter on your PS5 version of the game, you will need to reach out to the DVD support team for a voucher code. Also, if you're on PS4 and just want to lock the DLC to your account, and eventually when you get a PS5 in the future and your DLC is still going to be there, there's nothing holding you back from going to the DVD support team and reaching out for a voucher code. The voucher code should work for PS4 and PS5 versions. Before reaching out to the Dead by Daylight support team, I will highly recommend spending blood points and playing a few games with any character from that chapter, just to let them know that you do have these characters on that account to give you that voucher code. Now, for Xbox, to be completely honest, I do not know the process on that and whether or not you have to upgrade it to the next gen versions. I do know for a fact that if you do get the Nightmare physical copy for Dead by Daylight for Xbox, you will have the DLC pre-installed. But I don't know how that works. Unfortunately, I already have the Dead by Daylight Stranger Things chapter on my Xbox. Also, one last thing before I pretty much wrap this up. If you are contemplating on getting this DLC, there is literally an expiration date on when they stop giving out voucher codes for PlayStation. So, if you want this DLC, there is not a lot of time. The voucher codes stop on September 1st. So if you don't want to be stuck playing Dead by Daylight on a physical copy, especially if you've already bought it through the PlayStation Store, you should get this Nightmare Edition now. It is not very hard to get this voucher code at all. It took the team 5 days to send me my voucher code after I hit them up. Once you redeem that voucher code, it'll be like the Stranger Things chapter never left the store, and it will be locked to your account permanently, not only under the condition you play on the Nightmare Edition. Yeah, that about wraps it up of what I got to say now. If you are looking for the DLC, it is still very possible. You just have to go through barriers, and these are the barriers you have to go through. Mainly just making this as an update for anyone that might still be looking for the chapter, you know, like myself about a week ago. But yeah, that's about it. For any questions, comments, or concerns you may have, please leave them in the comment section below. I will be happy to answer each and every single one of you. Yep. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I do want to start breaking my foot off into making Dead by Daylight videos, so if you think you might be interested in that, please stick around and help a boy grow, because I want to start making videos on this game. But yeah, I'm out. Thank you all for watching.